we actually heard that there was going to be coffee that day. We were like a coffee where people plenty, superstar come, the video was there, say which kind of coffee won't take place like that. We went. So on getting there, I was actually at the snooker board that night I don't know how to play snooker. I was just standing with him while he was playing. I was like, okay, let me go and check my phone that was on charge. The lights went off. We were like, what was wrong? Next thing I had was there was just shooting everywhere. The guy that was actually leading me to the charging point was shot at the side. So when I saw he was shot, I tried to turn back to check if it's just a normal something like that. So I received my own on my thigh. Even right now, the bullet is still inside of me, not yet removed. I don't actually know what happened. After it was the next day, I now woke up. I saw myself at the General Hospital. Immediately I woke up, I saw myself that I don't have any phone to access anybody, nobody to call. So I begged a friend. I begged someone. I logged in my Gmail to fetch some contact, and I saw my girlfriend's number. So I called her. Later I called her. I called my brother. I texted some friends. That was actually how they knew that I was at the General Hospital. Then the next day she came, and she has been the one there for me since then. But right now, since the government just provided this thing, and the bullet in me is even giving me discomfort, affecting my leg, making it swollen every day. Sometimes my leg got stiff. So I wonder why the government did not shoot at us, why I'm still having the bullet right in my body right now at this particular date and time.
I met him lying down, sitting by the corner of the hospital. So he can't talk to me, can't open eye. So I was surprised to see him in the position, that situation. So I have to try and see the doctor if he can be able to transfer him to Kega, because that is nearby. So they write a letter that he should be transferred that night. But they said there's no bullion and there's no ambulance. So the next day in the night, that is either 23 or 24. So they brought us to Ikeja emergency. So he was there tied down. They tied the two legs and the two hands. So in the night, that very day, so they said we should go and do the X-ray of the brain. So when the doctor studied the X-ray, he noticed that there is a blood at the front head and at the back of the brain. So he now said that is why he cannot say anything like that. Gradually, when they started giving drugs, the blood will vanish. So until about 5 days later, so he started talking, but he did not get himself. Even up to this moment, when they discharged us from the hospital, he has not been able to say the normal thing. When he said 1, 2, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. But I see that he has been saying something. So up to now, as at the time when he was discharged, they said we should come back January to take date. Yes, I said, January, this guy is not okay yet. I said we should, with faith, I take him down to my place, take a nurse, treat him up to this level. But yet, he has not got himself.
The thing that I remember last was that it was my friend I followed to the place. He said we should go and do some updates of works. He was doing those cement tiles that they did on the road. So, and I was at home. I learned AC. So, there wasn't work then. So, I was at home. So, he just came back, seeing me around. So, I now asked him to make me follow him. So, that was what caused the incident. So, after that, nothing happened till then, till now.
So you were part of those that were protesting on that 20th of October?
I wasn't protesting for anything. Okay. It was them that went there. So when the incident happened that suddenly they just started shooting. People started.
But you were present at the Lekki toll gate.
Yes.
But you didn't join them in the protest. You were just
I
standing.
don't have anything I wanted to use to protest with them.
Okay, so you were just standing with your friends.
Yes, so that was what makes me want to get out with them, not knowing that I'll be even involved.
I'm speaking on behalf of my brother who died from this protest. Big Gabriel Ayola.
What happened to him?
He was shot in the head, and we were actually looking for him because he doesn't stay with us. So it was like 2 days before he passed on that we saw this. Somebody sent it to me on WhatsApp. So they wrote it there that he's at Lasut and that they are looking for his family. So we went to Lasut. So they said he was unconscious for like 2 weeks. So by the time we got there, he had opened his eyes and he was moving his hands, but he could not talk. They were feeding him through his nose. So, and they were sore all over his body because they did not turn him for a long time. And I think he did not get the right medical attention. So the whole thing, that was what I think led to his death eventually.
15 Lekki shooting victims storm Lagos Judicial panel. 14 of them were said to have been shot at Lekki toll gate on the evening of October 20th, while one was said to have been shot at Ujudu Bega. In their entourage was Mr. Nathaniel Solomon, whose younger brother, Abotua Solomon, was said to have been shot dead at the toll gate. The deceased has since been buried in his hometown in Mobi local government area of Adamawa State, and Ayedungbe Olufunmi Grace, whose brother died at Lasut after suffering gunshot wounds to the head. While some of the victims are still healing from gunshot wounds, one had his leg amputated. According to The Nation, one of the victims, Grace, said that after her brother's death, the hospital authorities changed the story and said he died of COVID-19. The Nigerian army has denied allegations that he shot at peaceful protesters, saying it merely fired blanks into the air to disperse stone throwers. After the #EndSARS protest in October, the National Economic Council had directed governors to establish judicial panels as means of getting justice for all victims of police brutality and their families. But on Thursday, the police legal department on the Nigeria Police Force filed a suit in a federal high court in Abuja through its counsel, O.M. Atoyebi, arguing that the establishment of panels violates the Constitution and Section 21 of the Tribunals of Inquiry Act. Atoyebi also asked the court to restrain the defendant from conducting any investigation or setting up panels to probe the affairs of the police. But today, the police first applied to withdraw the suit, while the IGP ordered an investigation into the suit challenging the panels. Can you imagine? Now, those who have been saying, oh, no victims, no this and that, this and this and this and this and that, I'm sure they will still have something to say. They will still have a story to say, because those who are always going against this or debunking all these things, maybe they are devils incarnate. You never can tell. Never can tell.